Hi guys, James Daly, the Tory MP, who has been determined to have Angela Rayner investigated for an undisclosed crime which may not actually be punishable, appeared on Sky News where he clashed somewhat with Labour's Chris Bryant. James was asked by the Labour MP and the host of the show what crime he thinks Angela Rayner has committed, but he refused to answer the question. He was quizzed a number of times and stonewalled at every turn, which was frankly embarrassing. Have a listen to this.
Rishi Sunak made the point that perhaps Keir Starmer should spend less time reading books and encouraging his deputy leader to read the rules around tax returns. How concerned are you about this new investigation into Angela Rayner?
Well, what is the allegation? James, you're the person who's made the allegation. What is it that you're alleging Angela Rayner has done?
The matter is with Greater Manchester Police, as they've confirmed.
You wrote to them to demand that they investigate something. What did you ask them to investigate?
Just shout a bit louder, just so none of us can hear. Unlike Chris, who shouts and makes all sorts of public allegations, what I want to do is an allegation has been made to the police. The police are investigating that. Let's give them the time and the opportunity to do that, which I thought was the the Labour Party's position.
What do you think she's done wrong?
I've just answered that question.
No, you haven't answered that question. You've been asked this question a number of times on a number of platforms. You keep being asked, what is the allegation? And you won't say what the allegation is. You keep just repeating the same narrative of, well, what I've done is I've reported her to the police. Now, what have you reported her to the police for? What crime do you think she has committed? He won't say, and there's a reason why he won't say, but we'll get to that in a moment.
And this is typical of what we go here, shouting very loudly.
But what are your concerns? What are the concerns that you put to the police?
There's been information, I think, the Greater Manchester Police released, or certainly appeared to release to the Times, and that those, I think, are the broad framing of the matters that they are considering. But, and you may disagree with this, Chris definitely, in his shouting, definitely disagrees with me, but I believe that the Greater Manchester Police should be able to look into these allegations in the way that they think is appropriate.
What are the allegations?
I don't understand why you're not comfortable saying.
Well, we clearly have a different point of view.
It's not a different point of view. A different point of view on what? What are the allegations, James? Why won't you repeat what the allegations are?
The allegations or the matters that are being investigated are with the Greater Manchester Police. It is my view that rather than debating allegations in public and rather than going through evidence or not evidence...
There isn't a debate. You actually make an accusation and then you say this accusation has been presented to the police and the police are going to investigate it. You don't actually have to debate it anymore, but for transparency, for honesty, you actually should say what the allegation is.
We should allow the Greater Manchester Police to investigate these matters fully and thoroughly and let justice take its course.
Sorry, can I just jump in? Yeah. You wrote to the police. Did you not put concerns of allegations? Didn't you write to them about it? Am I misunderstanding?
Absolutely.
So what did you ask them? Why won't you say it?
Well, this is it. This is the difference of opinion, which clearly I am in a minority in respect to this. I asked the police to investigate certain matters that were in the public domain regarding certain things. My point is...
Regarding certain things? What things, James? What things?
Which I don't think is an unreasonable point, is that I want the police to be given the time and the space to be able to investigate those matters. That was the Labour Party position. And that's my view, Beth. You may disagree with it, but that's my view.
I'm just curious as to if you wrote to the police and did you ask them to investigate tax matters? Did you ask them to investigate electoral roll issues? That's all I
think there are a number of matters, and I think that those...
He won't answer. Now, why won't he answer? Because it's a smear. It's an attempt to smear Angela Rayner. If he were to come out and say, look, I've reported Angela Rayner for tax reasons, she hasn't paid her taxes, or I've reported Angela Rayner over electoral issues, and the police have to investigate that, or I've reported her for, I don't know, double parking or something like that, it would later come out, obviously, that she hadn't broken the law. And then the focus would be back on James here. James, why did you make these allegations? Why did you waste police time? Why did you ask for Angela Rayner to be investigated? Why are you trying to smear Angela Rayner? Now, if he doesn't come out and say why she's been investigated, and then the investigation comes to a grinding halt, and there's nothing to be investigated, then the the heat is taken off James Daly because he doesn't actually have to come back and say anything. Because he can just say, once again, he can repeat his stupid narrative of, I've reported her to the police. I haven't said why. Because once again, just imagine he said, well, I've reported her to the police because she hasn't paid her taxes. Then the police investigate and they say, Angela Rayner has paid her taxes. There's nothing to see here. Then what would happen? Obviously, the narrative, the focus would be back on James Daly, and James Daly would have to explain why he reported her to the police. And what was the motivation? Because then he would have to do some explaining, and he doesn't want to do that because it's all just a smear. There isn't any real investigation to be taking place. He's not doing this out of concern. He's doing it in order to smear Angela Rayner. Now, I don't know whether he has done it on his own back or whether this is a coordinated effort within the Conservative Party, whether people in Number 10 said, James, go and report her to the police. Let's get some dirt on Angela Rayner and maybe this can distract the public for a few days or a few weeks. It's pathetic. He won't come out and say why he reported her, because then the focus would eventually fall on him. And he doesn't want that. Because, as I said, it's all a smear. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.